can operate around that side room better than the Winston can if you can get it first, but the Winston's going to give you more mobility, more flexibility to harass the backline. Mono will lock in the Winston here after showing that Reinhardt initially, so it's that matchup between him and his former teammate Giannis here, who's going to look to get control of the center first and hold on tight.
Pushing their way through, taking some lob shots here, Corey. Trying to get whatever he can. No connections to be found yet. Bubble going to be coming up. 40 energy ready to go for the Zarya. Decent tags there on the Jonic, but he will be all right. Gets that armor pack from Libero. Get himself right back into the fight.
Notice New York Excelsior hangs back. They get a pick though.
Yeah, Guido gonna be taken down. Jonic just opening things up here for NY. They push forward, get the first cap here onto the point. Washington Justice still playing forward. Trying to maybe turn this one around. They take Mono quite low, but now Otto gonna be eliminated. Echo nearly burned out of the mech. Jonic still here on the point, just gonna be spamming away with the left clicks. He's tagged in the back, but he's still facing forward. He's not worried about Giannis. He knows that his team can handle that pick.
Jonic is such a good Zenyatta player. You think of Zenyatta as a healer, a support, but in this case, he's DPS. They wait, they don't go into that formation I was talking about with the Rhine. They use poke at range, knowing that Jonic's gonna win the matchup against Guido there in that regard. They get the opening pick. That's the go sign for Mono to dive in. Very well played here by New York Excelsior. Very patient usage of the Winston here. Now they have complete control.
Shadow gonna be online. We can find a big one here for Justice. Might be enough to flip the point over. Only 40% gain so far. That's gonna be on that low ground by himself for the moment. This corridor thrown in onto the Reinhardt. Jump over the side. Shadow gonna be coming down. Only managed to find one. Nama will be able to stand back up, but the Reinhardt's gonna be taken down. Mono trying to stay alive. Primal Rage gonna be popped. Transcendence will go ahead and burn him back up, so he will be quite safe. The rest of New York, in the meantime, pushing forward, trying to find any picks that they can get on this exit from Washington Justice, and it's gonna be several.
One of the weak points of the Rhine on attack when you are trying to assault a point like this is you're really reliant on that speed boost. You have no mobility compared to the Winston, so your approach is pretty transparent. It's very obvious the way you're going to come in, when you're going to use your speed boost. Makes it very easy for New York Excelsior to just kind of back off, eliminate Giannis first. He went for the shatter there, very predictable. And now he's going to try it again. He's not going to go change over to the Winston despite using that ultimate.
I mean, look how aggro they're playing right now, right up on top of them. Outside the dropship, already decent damage coming through. Washington Justice, multiple ultimates to utilize. They're gonna have to use them right now. Gonna see Fozix trying to use the sound barrier, but he's gonna get popped by that self-destruct. Meko denies the shield in a way. New York Excelsior, in the meantime, they have their own shields coming through. I don't even know if they need them. Jonic just comes up with a double kill in the back end of the fight. Absolutely massive. They just take it.
Very one-sided here for the Excelsior. We talked about Giannis' proclivity to run the Reinhardt over the Winston. And if you took a look at that last fight, as you said, the high ground controlled by New York, that's the moment where you need that verticality, you need the leap, the jump pack that Winston has. You're not going to be able to contest that with a Ryan. You have no ultimates. The high ground control there, absolutely crushing the Justice as they headed through. It's not a good look for the start here, but we'll see if that depth gets shown the Justice roster as we move forward.
Fantastically done. 100-0 on that first round. And as you can see right there, guys, if you're a big fan of Jonic, go ahead. Make sure you pick up that Twitch All Access Pass. You can watch his POV to see how he does it on that Zenyatta, because no one else quite does it like Jonic.
Nobody does it like Jonic, man. He is certainly a one-of-a-kind type of player.
Absolutely. Well, will be that Reinhardt standoff here right in the center. Jonic already looking for an angle, looking for a target. Mono in the meantime managed to find a pin on the Fozix, takes him out of the fight right up front. That's gonna make for easy cleanup. That slow healing coming through from Guido on the Zenyatta, not gonna be enough to keep the tanks alive. New York Excelsior gonna be capping the point first yet again.
This is a rough look. Giannis, if you look at his ult charge with very little damage done in that fight, he's at a fifth of what Mono was able to do, so nowhere near the shatter, which is gonna be one of their big engage tools. And if you see the formation here, is so much damage will be taken by the Justice, or to the Justice here, by the time they actually get in position. Namo gonna knock them off. Gets knocked himself.
Does get spotted out, but he's all right. No way to kill him off. Goes right back over with his squad. New York Excelsior just playing here, right in the center of this low ground. Washington Justice trying to match.
They're willing to play slow.
Very far away from a shatter. Mono has his ready to go. Waiting for that opportunity. He sees it. It's going to be a triple. Knocks him down. Corey, the first one of all. Mono going low. Fire strike to the face. Will be taken out by Sansom, but is that going to be enough for Washington Justice to get their way over onto the point? Rally's going to be out from Libero, armoring up the remaining members, including Jonic there. He does have that Transcendence set. Washington Justice, however, they do start getting their first percentage of their season as they take this one away from New York. Seems like they don't want to fight without that Reinhardt in front.
Sansam being demeched here, though, means that New York has an opportunity to come in and use this grab. Guido has the answering trance. He uses it early, though. This is a huge problem because now there's no answer to the grab.
Yeah, no, there is not. Throws it down, locks up Corey. Bomb's going to be coming through on the inside, looking for a pickoff. Will not be able to find one. Group comes out. Corey going to be going off the side of the map. Libero finds that. Flip. You would expect to come back through as Otto gets cleaned up.
Good judgment by the Excelsior here. Realizing Sansam is down, they can take a 6v5 fight in terms of damage output. Even though there was a trance there, they knew it would have to be used early because they needed that healing output to survive the fight. But then the follow-up grab comes through. Very nicely done. Very much willing to give the point away, knowing that they were going to be able to force this advantage.
On their way back over, Justice need to do something quickly. Ultimate's on the way. Fozik's holding on to the sound barrier. See if he can get this one off. We'll go ahead, open things up. Shatter's going to be coming down from Mono, but he's not going to be able to find anything. Awkward placement of that. Now the cap comes through. Grabs on Surge, locking him up. Bomb over the top, looking for a pick. It's going to be Libero going down. Justice do lose out on Giannis in the front line, but they pop Meko out, and they will be able to clean that up, so it seems like they'll maintain control for now. Good
combo play between Corey and Sansam there, very well executed. New York Excelsior kind of getting caught out there. Jonak only just now getting that Transcendence back online. And now for the first time, Washington Justice will actually control the high ground themselves, making the next attack here for New York Excelsior a little bit tricky as they rotate around here. Giannis cannot get picked, though. He's very far out, looking for that shatter.
He needs to kite his way back. Will be able to do so. They're pushing forward, however. Bubble comes down, trying to keep him alive. Shatter online. Just looking for a moment to throw that down. Otto, just to pop Meko out of the mech here. Nicely done from him. Shatter gonna go straight into Mono's shield. Nothing to be gained from Justice there. But they're about to take the lead here on a Lighthouse. 72% to 75. Grabbed on Surge, gonna be coming down from New York Excelsior, looking for the kills. Giannis, gets shattered in from behind. Mono knocks him to the ground, gets the fire strike to seal the deal on the kill. D-Mech kill, or remech kill rather, from Meko, takes out Corey. The cleanup comes through, and New York Excelsior will be able to grab this point again.
Full control as well here, and when you look at the ultimates, only support ultimate available for Justice is going to be Fozik's sound barrier. And that's probably the tool they're really going to have to use to fight without those tank ultimates. So when they boost through here, they're going to use the barrier to engage. All Excelsior has to do is live through that part of the fight, and they've got this in the bag.
Bomb into the alley. Trying to find a pin.
He's dead! Fozik can't barrier! He can't barrier now!
No, he can't! They can't rely on that now! It's just gonna be the rally out from Otto as overtime starts coming through. One member over onto the point to at least force out that OT. It's gonna be taken away. They have to get in right now if they want to flip this around. Charge through from Giannis, but he's gonna hit the wall and he's gonna go down. Nene just burns him down. High energy on this Zarya. The grab comes in. Otto gonna get popped. Sansa desperately tries to dump that bomb, but will get taken out before he can get the remake. They find Jonak, but that's about as good as it's getting right now for the Washington Justice as they try to string together onto the point to elongate this overtime, but it just does not seem to be working because New York Excelsior, they're the ones in the kill feed coming up with a Washington Justice.
New York Excelsior just reading the Justice like a book here. Every single approach is defended. Well played.
Absolutely, New York Excelsior kicking things off with a 1-0 here at the start of the day. Fantastically done from them. Let's see if Washington Justice can tie it up when we come back.
A lot of teams apart, I think, from the middle to the top is how effective teams can play around the Sombra. Locking in at the moment the Orisa, but I don't think that will be long-term. Nope, it's just going to be 3-3 here with Guido with a scouting Sonic Arrow. So mirror compositions across the board. Let's see if this time Giannis can get the edge in the Reinhardt versus Rein. He's been struggling, he's been aggressive, but New York has punished that many times already, cutting him off from the squad.
Oops, gonna be right side wrap around, get up onto that high ground. See if they want to just drop down and try to cut across the other side. Right now just gonna be spamming up, trying to fish for any damage they can get those ults moving up.
Jumping down here.
Yeah, Few will be dropping down. Corey up onto the high ground.
Yeah, Corey, one of the only players who can't really get back up there once he jumps down, so he's trying to stay up as long as possible. Gets a better angle for right clicks as well.
And onto the point, they take up just a little bit, but have to just keep playing footsies here on the point. Inching forward, inching back. No real chance to get a hard commitment here at the moment.
New York just trying to stay out of Corey's range. I love how passive they're playing here. They're gonna have to commit now that Corey's dropped down though.
Yeah. Pushing forward, Mono gonna be walking up, starts swinging away. Transcendence already online for Guido. Nicely done by him. Jonak not too much further behind. 87% to go. Or we have those matching Zenyatta ults ready to go.
New York just really staggering in and out to prevent that tick. They're going to come in once again right before the tick is complete. Now Jonak's got the Transcends, as you mentioned, so they can go for a hard commit here. It's a game of support ult chicken here as both teams want to hold that the longest time possible.
Well, Graph is going to be coming up. Oh, they locked down Corey by himself. That's going to be the Transcendence out. Guido can't even keep Sansam up. So they go ahead, they lose that massive support ultimate.
And this is what, you know, when I say support ult chicken, I mean the person who uses their Transcendence last always has the advantage because they have the longer healing throughput. In this case, they waited too long. They lost it, then they pulled the trigger, and unfortunately it was just too late for Guido. He wasn't in range, he wasn't in position to get that heal off, and so New York Excelsior wins the exchange. They did have to use a Graviton for this, but Jonak held his trance.
They'll still have that one in the back pocket. Nene going to be trying to build up for that next grab, get the big 6 for New York.
Okay, Nene just poking. The defending Zarya is always going to be able to build faster with right clicks.
I mean, he might end up lapping Corey at the moment. Corey only going to be at 84% at the moment. Rally's going to be coming out from Libero and Auto to match. They just keep playing right on the edge. Neither team looking to commit. Shadow's going to be coming down yet again, finding the solo on the Corey, but this time it's going to be a sound barrier out from Phosix to keep him alive. They're in onto the point, starting to take their way up. New York Excelsior, though, they re-aggress, they push forward, they shove them back. They have Giannis down below half HP, so he cannot play that far forward. He's got to kite back and stay safe. Graviton Surge going to be coming down, locks up Mono Transcendence, then from Jonak, bomb up into the air, sends up, looking for the pick. Not going to be able to find it. Mbeko gets the Baby Diva with a self-destruct of his own, denying that remake, and New York Excelsior now might be able to make this fight work, and it seems like they will be able to because Nene comes up with a double kill.
And this is such a big deal. Now Washington Justice doesn't really have any way to open this point up on the follow-up attack. The stagger makes it worse. They realistically have one more solid push. They've got one more play to make. Corey in the longer fight, if he can get the rally from Otto, as once that finishes, he'll be able to build a grab before Jonak has Transcendence. That's their best option here, but it's a very tight window. Much easier said than done. The execution for New York Excelsior, playing back, not engaging until the last second, makes it so difficult for Washington to actually even get that last 30% here for Corey. He's so close, but yet so far.
Energy not looking good for him either. Bubble up there on Giannis. We'll go ahead and surge him up to around 70. Damage going to start becoming decent, but now Guido and Otto both going to be taken down. Now Giannis to follow. Graviton Surge does lock up New York Excelsior, but there's just no one to get the kills.
Otto dies before he can rally. That's what they needed. It's just simply not going to happen. Very well played by the Excelsior. It feels like almost abusing game mechanics, stepping in and out of the point. Very well played.
Absolutely brutal at the hands of the New York Excelsior. A full hold at the start of Kings Row. One tick. All that they are going to need to make this a 2-0 series very, very rapidly. And Washington Justice, after what we've seen, be very tough to hold them off. We'll see if they can pull it off when we come back from the break. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen.
Step onto the point before they actually lock it in, win the fight, never putting themselves in positional disadvantages. We will see Libero start this out with a Widow shot before swapping back over to the Brigida here.
Yep. Jonak as well, over to the Zen.
There's no room for mistakes here on Washington Justice. If they lose a single member to a Reinhardt charge from Mono, it's all over.
See right there, the grab charge from Nene. Pretty phenomenal. 3 grabs in 71 seconds each. So lapping Corey.
All right, they're going to get this high ground too. This is a really scary moment for Washington Justice. They let them get up here. That's never what you want to do. They need to back away, make sure they don't get burned down from above. Nene's already across here, 54 energy.
A decent angle, wants to try to flip that shield from Giannis over to the side so they can open up for somebody else to get on top of him. They're gonna be pushing back over
no, Giannis!
Back entrance of the hotel, and oh man, Giannis, yeah, he is isolated by himself. Seems like he will be able to push back out here with the rest of his squad, but New York Excelsior, they're in onto the point. The cap's nearly gone through already. Giannis, he gets pooped off. They almost just take it. They will! Oh my goodness gracious!
And there were 2 mines on the defense there for the Justice. One side of the coin is mimicking what we just saw from the Excelsior, backing away, avoiding that high ground.